Good morning, Swaggy here. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. That might be ass backwards for you there, but it's brisket cooking day today. So, little chatting about barbecuing, and you can't screw this stuff up. Check this out. Here we got our brisket. A little prime brisket. Big boy. Trimmed her up a little bit. There's the other side. Little Lawry's pit barbecue seasoning with some Memphis style barbecue rub and some garlic powder. Probably gonna throw a little black pepper on her as well. Alright, it's all about just cooking, man. 5 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna spread the rub all over this bad boy, both sides. You know the drill. I'm gonna go set up the grill, get it smoking, get the smoke rolling, and put this bad boy on right away. Let some of that cold smoke hit it while it's coming up to about 225, somewhere in there, give or take 25 degrees. And then we're gonna let it roll all day long, and probably 10-12 hours until we get that internal temperature up to a little bit over 200. Stay tuned. Also found this in the refrigerator. What do you think of that going on as binder? I think we're going to try it. Here we go. Yep, that's gonna work. I'm thinking pepper first. What do you think? Go big or go home, maybe? Next up, garlic powder. That'll do it. Just thinks for looks, we're gonna go Memphis is going to go on last. I want to put this pit barbecue on next. I like the color of that better. So that'll be our outer coating. This one here, it doesn't shake that great. All that seasoning gets caught up on there, but we'll spread it around. Figured a talking video on how you can't screw this stuff up. Just put shit on there and cook it for a long time and you're good to go. Pat this crap in. Make sure she stick. Look at the color building on that bad boy. Right? Oh my gosh. Alright. We're going to repeat on the other side, okay? Same thing, other side. Meet you back here in a minute. All right, people, check this out. I tell you what, that is a thing of beauty. Little teriyaki sauce for some binder. Started out with some black pepper, went to the garlic, hit it with the old pit barbecue. Went to the Memphis style to give it that nice rich color. Some of the seasonings here. Look at that. Could have get a little bit more on these edges here, but you know what? Who gives a shit? You're never gonna know. Nobody's gonna complain. We're just smoking. If there was only one way to do this, there would be only one YouTube channel, only one barbecue master doing it one way. That's not the case, is it? You just do you, because I'm doing it Swaggy's way. See you outside, we got to set up this grill. Alright. It's dark out here. We got the Pit Boss. Pit Boss portable. 5:15-ish in the morning. We've got it set at 250 because it's a little chilly out. And she's probably going to level out at about 225, so we'll gauge that back and forth as we cook today. But let's check this thing of beauty out. Oh, we got the thick end here on the hot part of the grill, and then we slimmer down over here to the point, or the flat. That's the flat. That's the point. Let's rock this thing. Well, good morning and welcome to coffee time with Swaggy. We're bright and early on a Sunday morning. Got to be about 5:30. Just put a brisket on the Pit Boss, as you've seen in the scene before this one. It's pretty dark out. Turn up your volume because I don't have a mic set up and all I got is this phone here, so this is how we're gonna roll. So as we were talking inside there's only a handful of rules I think you should probably follow when you're barbecuing. And if you should get yourself a little temperature probe and some sort of smoking machine, pellet grill, offset smoker, stick smoker, whatever it is. Just get it and start grilling. Don't worry about the seasonings, don't worry about anything. You just got some internal temperatures that you've got to pay attention to, so you cook the meat well enough done so it's not making people sick, you know what I mean? On these pellet grills, low and slow, more smoke, slower cooking will give you more smoky flavor the longer you do it. You can wrap it to get that temperature up there a lot quicker, and keep things a little bit more moist. You can do it with foil, you can do it with butcher's paper, but that's so it doesn't dry out. If you crank the temperature up on most of these meats, you might dry them out a little bit if they're not, you know, if they're thinner chunks of meat. So there's just a couple rules. Don't worry about the seasonings. You go with your gut, whatever you're feeling. Put it on there, and most often it's going to turn out just the way you like it. If it doesn't, change it next time. I'm going to tell you a little story about us cooking turkeys over the open fire. So the story about the turkeys over the open fire is we lived on a lake place for many years, and my dad handed down a tradition of cooking turkeys over the fire pit on a rotisserie at the family get-togethers. And this is to the point of it really doesn't matter, because we've never had a recipe. We thaw out the turkey, get up early, start a fire, burn down, get some coals. Generally you want to use hardwoods, the maples, the oaks. You want to, less bark is better, because bark puts off a little black smoke. You don't want that. But in terms of the seasonings, I just go to the cupboard that morning and go through all the spices that happen to be up in the cupboard. I pick the ones that I'm feeling that day. I put them in a bowl, I mix them together, and that's our rub for that particular day. Changes every time, and every time we cook one of those turkeys, the people just loved them. At those parties, notoriously, after we've cooked the turkey, somebody would come up to me and say, "Swaggy, what's your secret recipe? These things are spectacular." And for years I told the same story. There really isn't a secret recipe. I just go to the cupboard, and what I'm feeling, we throw it in there, and there you have it. Well, not too many people like that story, and I got sick of telling it. So one day I cooked the turkey and brought it up, and I was sitting by the fire afterwards, and somebody came up with a plate full of food and some turkey, and they said, "Swaggy, holy buckets, this is the best turkey I've ever eaten. What's your secret recipe?" So I told him, brandy cokes. He looked at me and says, "Brandy cokes? So what do you marinate the turkey in the brandy cokes?" I said, "Hell no, I drink the brandy cokes." And he says, "Well, how does that make the turkey taste good?" And I said, I really don't know, but every time I cook one of these turkeys, I'm drinking brandy cokes, and everybody loves them turkeys. Moral of the story is, get out there and do some cooking. Get some smoke on the food. Pay attention to some general rules. The big one is a little temperature probe to make sure your turkeys are at 160, 165. Your briskets get up over 200, a little bit over 200, 204, to break them down, to get them that nice tender pull apart. Have fun with it. Use some different seasonings. Use some different binders. Just get out there and cook and enjoy every minute. Yep. Spectacular. This is what I'm talking about. Enjoying every minute. Little fire. Cup of joe. Cooking on the pit boss. Oh yeah. She's holding tight at 250. Whoa, 245. She's a little over 200 there. And about 200 right there. All right, it's around 8 o'clock. It's almost 3 hours into this deal. Fire's going okay. Pit boss still cranking. So she's looking. All right, you crazy kids. We've got to start thinking about our little spritzer and how we're gonna roll with that, right? I'm thinking coffee, I'm thinking Kahlua, and I'm thinking a little bit of heat. What are you guys thinking? That's what I'm thinking. I don't think we need any sweet. We're just gonna go with some nice bark, some nice layers of Kahlua coffee, and all those seasonings we put on. What do you say? Let's check it out. Okay. Kahlua. Got some funky coffee that Mrs. Swaggy picked up. Let's see what we got in the fridge here. I see some Frank's Red Hot Original. I think that's how we're gonna roll. Let's do this. Alright, shit's getting crazy, guys. I saw some Worcestershire sauce. I saw some soy sauce in the old fridge. Saw some garlic. I think we're gonna add that into the French press. I'm gonna boil up some water. We're gonna put the coffee in there. We're gonna press everything down. And yeah, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy around here, man. Gotta love it. Just do it. Alright, see what we got here. Start out with some Kahlua. Little soy sauce. Little Worcestershire sauce. Not that much. Oh, that ain't working. Little Frank's. How about some pepper? About that much. Get some of the juice. Blunk. Blunk. Some coffee. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. What do you think? All right. I got ourselves some boiling water. I think it should be good enough. Nice hot water to kind of bring all this stuff together. Right, fill it to the rim with brim or something. A little French press action. And there it is, all the way to the bottom. Okay, say we maybe try a little bit of this, see how we did, right? A little heat, a little sweet, a little lingering hot from the Red Hot. Not too bad. A little coffee. I think once we start layering that on the old brisket out there, she'll be dynamite. Let's get her. All right, we got the super soaker ready to go. Let's see what we got going on in here. Oh yeah. Like it. Spectacular. Alright. We're about 5 hours in, and I am going to flip this bad boy over. Just because I can. Put the fat side down for a while. Check the other side. We'll be back. There we are, we got her flipped. Alright, fire's still going. And we are hitting, let's see here, about 2 o'clock. We started at about 5:30, so what is that? 6 and 3 is 9 hours. Got the butcher paper over here blowing in the wind. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing, couple hours, crank it up 300, 350, 400, something like that, and then let her set. Time to wrap.